Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see.
Hi, I'm Pam Ross Toder. My father was Donald Ross. My husband is Craig Toder. Um, I have been there from almost the beginning of Donald Ross and Associates. Um, I came in 2 years later, but my mom was the first, Peggy Ross. She was Donald Ross, and she was the associate. And that's how it all started until Joe Berzini came into the picture.
Right.
And Craig will tell you about that.
So Joe came in 1961 as the mechanical principal of the company, and they had a very successful relationship that lasted their entire lives, really. But my situation was unique in that I didn't know anything about the engineering business, and I'm one of these classical stories of where I married the boss's daughter, and that's how I got here. Otherwise, I would have never been here.
But he wasn't chosen just for that. He was chosen because he could scuba dive, he could snorkel, he could drive my dad's boat, he could talk politics and invest in stocks or whatever my dad was into. But he definitely filled a void in my dad's life that just a young girl just wasn't the perfect fit. So I brought in Craig, not realizing that he would be part of Ross and Berrezzini, truthfully. But somehow his interest grew and grew, and my dad brought home the business with him every night. He talked about business, and we were all sort of into the latest dilemma or reward, something that was going on at the office, and somehow Craig grew into this wonderful company.
Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see.
First met Don. This was kind of a predictable of who he was and what his passions were. So on our first date, I went to Pam's house to pick her up, and before she even introduced me to her father, he was chasing her around the house, trying to catch her, and it wasn't a game. She had moved the thermostat and made it warmer in the house, and he was very much energy conscious and very much a person who wanted to conserve energy, keep things at a minimum, kept the house as cool as possible. And Pam, of course, wanted it just the other way, and he had actually found a way to screw the thermostat down, but she found a way to unscrew it.
You don't live with Don Ross that long and not realize the tricks. So I figured out you lift up the casing and you scoot the screw so it goes up higher. So he thinks every time he shifted the lever down, scooted it down, it was stopping at 68 degrees, but it was actually stopping at 72.
So that was the beginning.
But he figured it out.
But Don and I hit it off immediately when I found out that he was Navy, I had been in the Coast Guard, he had a boat, I love boats, I became the mechanic on his houseboat. So, because he didn't have any other children, and Pam and I hit it off immediately, and things just kind of fell into place. And for me, coming into this company was really, it was a kind of a strange event because I wasn't used to this type of environment. I walked in the office one day, he invited me over to say hello, and I thought I was walking to the public library. Everything was very serious, very quiet. People were smoking pipes. They had their tweed sport coats with the patches on the elbows and
Pens in the
pockets with the rulers, and I was like, where am I? And he, over time, found a way to bring me into the company to sell the services. But one of the things I found early on was that it wasn't hard to sell services for Ross and Berrezzini because the product that this company produced, because of the great people, the quality of the product was never in question. It was always fantastic. So whatever whatever contracts we were able to win, we didn't have to fight over the quality. There was always a satisfaction from a standpoint of what we put into a job, and our people put their hearts and souls into jobs, into every job. And that was from the very beginning of that company, from the time I started there. I realized. So my role initially was in sales, and for a salesperson, the hardest thing in the world is to sell a difficult product that's problematical. I didn't have that problem. Mine was just a matter of getting in front of clients and introducing the smart people that we had here, the great engineers, and those folks took it from there. So we were able to build the business that way. It's always based on quality. But Don, from the first time I met him, impressed me about what a quality individual he was.
Blue skies smiling at me, nothing but blue skies do I see.